appropriate action to take.
Many people believe that simply seeking the truth is sufficient, but it is not. The crucial factor is seeking the truth in the correct manner, which begins with having the right mindset of openness. The way we approach the truth is crucial, as nothing is more critical in mysticism. The seed of truth needs to be sown in fertile soil rather than rocky ground. The common mind often misinterprets and distorts mystical concepts, such as non-action. Many may panic and insist on taking action, dismissing the idea of remaining still. However, mysticism teaches that this reaction misses the mark. It compares a panicking individual to a passenger on a stable ocean liner frantically running on the deck to reach port faster. But in reality, the right course of action is to simply remain calm and trust that the ship will safely and efficiently carry them to their destination. Certain people may believe that mystic teachers live in an isolated and detached manner, disconnected from the challenges of the real world. The distinction between the mystic and his critic lies in the fact that the mystic has faced and overcome the challenges of the world, while the skeptic is still plagued by them. When a teacher is criticized for lacking knowledge of the real world, he remembers his past struggles in business, his relationships with women, and his diligent efforts towards self-improvement. Despite the accusations, he simply reflects on his experiences, smiles, and remains silent. The mystic path is closely tied to daily life. An illustration of this is when someone struggles to overcome a habit they wish to leave behind. The reason they fail is that the self attempting to break the habit is the same self that is entangled by it. It's like a prisoner dreaming that they are the guard holding the keys. To succeed, a fresh perspective on the self is essential. When this new self is realized, breaking the habit becomes possible, as the essence of a person is not bound by anything.
Within every man are two selves.
The foundation of the mystic path is built on several basic principles, one of which carries particular significance. Understanding this key principle helps to clarify everything else on the path. One person harbors two opposing identities within themselves: their true self and their false self. It may be challenging to recognize this initially, but it marks an important first step towards achieving inner harmony. The false self is made up of all the negative traits within a person, such as envy, anger, helplessness, and criticism, that go against happiness. Different belief systems may refer to it as the devil, sinfulness, or the lower nature, while modern psychology labels it as the ego self living in illusion. However, regardless of its name, it is responsible for internal turmoil that often leads to external conflicts like wars and crimes. The individual consumed by their false self is not truly experiencing life, they are simply going through the motions. They are constantly haunted by uncontrollable desires, plagued by unprovoked anger, and tormented by unfounded fears. By mistakenly believing they are their false self, their suffering knows no bounds. They are trapped by an invisible adversary. Your primary obstacle lies in your inability to break free from your own self. Attempting to change or reform one's old nature is entirely pointless and impossible. People often make the mistake of trying to improve their false self, which is futile. Just like a hawk cannot transform into a dove, the false self cannot keep the promises it makes to itself. Making grand vows of improvement is useless if the same old lawbreaker is the one making them. The false self is inherently negative, similar to how fire is naturally hot. So what can be accomplished?